Hello and welcome to history class. Ooh, Legends Arceus stuff. Oh, I see we have some new students here with us today. My name is Ryford. I will be the one to impart knowledge of the past to your little minds. History is a wonderful thing, truly splendid. The lives of our ancestors through history forged the path to the present in which we live. Today, you shall learn about the most mysterious location in all of Paldea, the Great Crater. As you are all aware, a massive crater known as the Great Crater of Paldea exists in the heart of our region. The area inside this crater is called Area Zero, and research of its geological strata and material composition has shown that the crater is in fact over 1 million years old. It was long believed that a certain something rested at the bottom of this mysterious crater. Aha, perfect timing to make eye contact, young BK. Answer me this. What exactly was believed to rest in the depths of the Great Crater inside Area Zero? Treasure, a Snorlax, or a Pokémon Center? I actually battled someone who ended up saying the answer to this, luckily. It was treasure, which is the only thing that makes sense. Heh, that is correct. You are a surprisingly clever one, aren't you? I see you did your homework prior to coming to my class. That's right. Some believed that a treasure more valuable than anything else in this world rested in the depths of the Great Crater. So much for dreams of treasure hunting, though, as a lab has been built in those very same depths. Oh, and before I forget, you would all do well to remember that the Great Crater and Area Zero are both off limits to all but those who have official business there. Do not dare entertain the foolish notion of gallivanting off to Area Zero in search of riches. It is no place for children dreaming of treasure and adventure. Besides, if it were at all possible to investigate the area, I would surely be the first to do so. Oh, is that the time already? I must have gotten swept up in filling your minds with knowledge. This ends today's lesson. We will unravel more of history's enigmas together next time. Greetings, my little students. Whatever you did yesterday is now a part of history. Today we will continue to unravel the marvels that history has presented to us. About 2,000 years ago, this region came under the rule of the Paldean Empire. Historical accounts describe the Paldean Emperor as being quite the dictator. This emperor also zealously believed the legend of the treasure that rests deep within Area Zero. I must mention that the civilizations of our ancestors were not as developed as ours is today. People back then were far more likely to believe in mysterious legends, magic, and beings beyond human comprehension. In an attempt to gain the power to stand against Paldea's neighboring countries, the Emperor sent people in droves to join the hunt for the fabled treasure of Area Zero. And none of them came back. Oh dear. Ah, perfect timing to make eye contact, young BK. Answer me this. Approximately how many years ago was it that the Paldean Empire began to rule this region? Uh-oh. I don't think it was one. Oh, I just said it. I believe it was 2,000 years ago? Ah, that is correct. You're a surprisingly clever one, aren't you? I see you're intently listening to my lecture. The answer is about 2,000 years ago. That is when the great era of exploration began. However, it is said that not a single adventurer sent out by the Emperor ever reached the depths of Area Zero. Was it the punishing journey itself that barred their way, or perhaps some unknown creature? The resounding failure of this great era of exploration almost certainly heightened the air of mystery surrounding the crater. Oh, what I wouldn't give to explore Area Zero in its untouched state at that time. I suppose I can only hope for the swift invention of a time machine. This ends today's lesson. We will unravel more of history's enigmas together next time. Greetings, my little students. Today we will continue to unravel the marvels that history has presented to us. As you should remember from our last class, Area Zero's great era of exploration began about 2,000 years ago. This era lasted for approximately 1,000 years, but not a single soul was able to venture all the way to the deepest reaches of Area Zero. Having poured much of its human and financial resources into the exploration of Area Zero for so long, the Paldean Empire fell into decline. 200 years later, or 800 years ago, the Empire and its surrounding nations united into one entity. This was the formation of Paldea as we know it today. Ah yes, this very academy, where you're now filling your young minds with knowledge, was also apparently established at that time. In fact, this school building, though certainly having undergone repairs through the years, is just as it was when it was built so long ago. This very structure is a piece of history. Ah, things of old are truly splendid. I would certainly prefer to not have the Pokeball portion, though a relatively new addition. Let's see if you've been listening to my lecture. Tell me, approximately how many years ago was this academy of ours established? About 800 years ago. Correct. I see the look of concentration on your face was indeed just that. I hate nothing more than when a student only pretends to listen. This academy was constructed exactly 805 years ago, to be precise. In other words, your academy here is 805 years old. At the time, it offered state-of-the-art facilities and a unique, innovative curriculum. As such, people used to say, those seeking knowledge need look no further than the grapes of Paldea. That's right, they were referring to UVA Academy. It is said that this proverb of sorts was even used outside of the Paldea region. Huh. Ah, the next class is the midterm. Bring the wonders of history to the forefront of your minds in preparation. Greetings, it is time for our midterm examination. Summon your historical knowledge from the redoing that. Erase that from your memories. Summon your historical knowledge from the dark recesses of your mind and answer the questions. What is the name of the geological formation in the center of the Paldea region? The great crater of Paldea. What was long believed to rest in the depths of Area Zero? Mysterious Pokémon? Probably. Well, yes. Maybe? Well, no, because that was after the time machine. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's... Imagine if all three of these are like actually hinting at like future DLC. Like there's going to be like another mysterious Pokemon that's like even deeper or something. Oh. Well. Yeah. A school, that'd be cool. For there to be like an actual school down there. But treasure is the actual answer. How many years ago did the Paldean Empire begin to rule this region? 2,000 years ago, about. How many years ago was the academy built? 805. Those seeking presumably knowledge? I guess? Your time is up. Put your writing utensils down. That last question was a freebie. Even the least capable of you surely padded your score there. Wow. I sincerely hope you did anyway. So ends our midterm examination. You may ask for your scores at the school's front desk. It feels great to get a test out of the way, doesn't it? Let's take a look at your scores. We know the rules already. Let's see. 5 out of 5. Passing score. Bunch of EXP candies. Time for the next class of history. Greetings. I was hoping to continue unraveling the marvels that history has presented us today. However, I imagine your ability to concentrate has been spectacularly derailed by my midterm. I suppose changing things up for fun and variety may be a good idea every now and then. So allow me to tell you an old fairy tale that has been passed down in Paldea for generations. Once upon a time, there was a king who very much enjoyed collecting treasure. He was particularly fond of treasures from other countries. One day, a merchant from the east heard rumors of this king and came to meet him. The merchant laid out 4 treasures in front of the treasure-loving king. The 4 treasures were as follows: a vessel, a sword, a set of tablets, and a set of beads. Seeing such rarities before him, the king leapt for joy. He showered the merchant with gold coins and claimed all 4 of the treasures for himself. I thought there was going to be more to that, but okay. I said that one of the treasures was a set of tablets. What do you think these tablets were? Probably wooden planks for writing on? Oh, nice. Like the other 2 made 0 sense, so... Correct. Your daily pursuit of knowledge serves you well. These particular tablets were wooden and used as a writing medium in the East in ancient times. As you may know, they fell out of popular use as paper became... What? Wait. As you may know, they fell out of popular use as paper... That's a grammatical error. They fell out of popular use as paper become. It's supposed to be became more universally available. For the king to consider these paper substitutes treasures, they must have been of superb quality. That, or perhaps they had some amazingly profound teachings written on them. So, the king obtained these 4 treasures, and on that very night, it is said that a terrible disaster rained down upon his castle, reducing it to rubble by dawn. Aw, she wasn't done with her story. If you're interested If you're interested in how the story ends, you may come see me outside class hours. Oh, I hope I didn't miss anything. There's probably a lot of things I missed. Let me check the thing. So he has something to talk to me about. He has something to talk to me about. They both are there. Schoolyard. Oh gosh, they're both there. Oh, and Penny's in the entrance hall. Okay, while we're in the entrance hall, where in the heck is Penny? Penny! If I was Penny, where would I be? On a higher floor, away from everyone else. Where are you? I'll find Penny off camera. Seriously? So I was right about hiding, but she's on the first floor. Hi. Yeah, what? BK? Hurry up and hide and keep quiet, okay? Oh. Phew, that was close. What you doing? Yeah, you know, I'm just, ugh. Guess I might as well come clean. Take a look over there. Do you get it now? Not really. Sorry. Your jump scare earlier completely frazzled me. My brain's still trying to reboot. Alright, here's the stitch. Team Star have started coming to school again, but I don't know if they're going to fit in okay. It's been playing on my mind, you know? So I'm checking on them from over here. Oops. Because we're not exactly getting a warm welcome here, huh? Well, duh. Sure, the teachers finally figured out we're not a bunch of delinquents. But it's not like we can press some magic button that make everyone else accept us. True story. I'm gonna fix this, my man. Time for a change of tact. Oh, change of tack. What? Are they gonna start wearing normal school uniforms so they stop scaring off other kids? Oh, Momo, already. They're both really trying their best to fit in school here. Change of tact, huh? What exactly are you suggesting? But, I mean, Hey, how about we say a big friendly howdy to everyone here? Like, just yell it loud as we can. What? That's stupid. Go and embarrass yourself if you want to, but count me out. Or, yeah, that idea seems a bit off. Hold up, let me explain. You know Rhyme, right? She does this at her concerts, no joke. If the crowd ain't hyped at the start of the show, she'll shout the loudest greeting you ever heard into the mic, like, "Sup, y'all," or whatever. Lifts the mood like nobody's business. Yeah, that makes sense, because those are concerts. This is school. It's different. Okay, smart guy. So we're opting for the cold shoulder treatment forever then, are we? No, that'd totally suck. It would, wouldn't it? So yeah, the only option we're allowed to do is to yell at everyone so they know we're nice. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh no, Gekuma, what are you doing? This is so embarrassing. Everyone have a good time? Come on, Ori, you gotta do it too. Hold on a sec. You're just practicing for your DJ sets, aren't you? Quick, say it. Hey, what do you mean thanks for coming? We're not hosting anything. What on earth? Are those guys from Team Star? What the heck are they yelling for? This sounds kind of skit. They're pretty funny. I guess they're not as scary as I thought. No way. People are actually warming up to them? Why? That makes zero sense. Momo and Ordi really are operating on a different level. I'm kind of amazed. Seems all my worrying was for nothing, huh? Now that that's all settled, I guess I should get going. Hasta la vista. I've never actually seen that one before. Or at least I don't remember it at all. Let's see. There's nothing more in the entrance hall. Oh wow, there's a lot I need to do. Yeah, let's just concentrate on specifically history. Then I'll do all of the extra stuff later. Nope. You! Hello! You're, yes, BK from class 1A. The way you conduct yourself in my class and the answers you give to my questions, I admit they pique my interest. You were quite the interesting pupil, I must say. Tell me, BK, given a choice, which do you prefer? Things of old or things that are new? In such a broad labeling, it's hard to choose. But if we're specifically assuming it's like historical, so like either screw that thought. That plant on the windowsill looks extremely realistic compared to the books. That is creepy. Like if we're assuming like it's historically old stuff or new, I do like knowing about actual history of like interesting like folk tales and whatnot, and like how they started or where they like originate. Ah, so you prefer the things of the past, do you? The potential I saw in you was real after all? Yes. That sounds weird. On so many levels. Every level. On floors 1 through 100. So weird. Okay. Yes, this one may indeed be of good use to me someday. Ah, you can disregard that. I was simply thinking out loud. I enjoyed a little conversation today. You have my thanks, PK. Okay. So I'm assuming that you can talk with the teachers after each class. Presumably. Now that I've learned that, I'm going to talk to you again. Oh, I have to go to somewhere else, don't I? Miss Riffer, your duplicate is also in the entrance hall. Oh my gosh, there's so much I need to talk about. There's so much more than I thought there was. Okay. I might have to check my Scarlet playthrough to see if I've even done all of them. Oh, it's such a big... Please. Oh, thank goodness you're in an obvious area. I wonder if they only ever appear on the first floor. Why, if it isn't BK from Class 1A? Are you perhaps interested in the rest of the old tale I told you in class? Yes, I am. It is convenient that you would take the bait I presented in class. A vessel, a sword, a set of tablets, and a set of beads. After obtaining these 4 treasures and a hiccup, the king's castle was destroyed. Why, you ask? Because these 4 treasures were actually 4 Pokémon. As these Pokémon were passed from human hand to human hand as treasures, they slowly became tainted by hubris and greed. Makes sense. Finally, after coming in contact with the rapacity of the king at that time, they awakened as disasters and began to rampage out of control. The king called for renowned Pokémon wielders to defend the country, and after a fierce battle, these incarnations of disaster were quelled. It is said that these 4 Pokémon were then sealed away somewhere in Paldea. What do you think? Would you say this story is just make-believe? No. Very astute of you. I've read many historical disaster reports, personal journals, and the like. There is much to support the truth of this story. And there's, suspiciously glowing black stakes in the ground here and there and everywhere around Paldea. So I would assume that those are the way to open the cages somewhere. I don't think I've looked at them yet. I don't know. If I'm able to prove the story's veracity, oh my gosh. I have a big vocabulary and even I'm confused. Veracity myself. I will be sure to let you know. I'm still investigating that old fairy tale. You must await further reports from me. Okay then. Nope, 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 nope. That's it. Okay. Back to class. History. History. I trust that you all remember our lesson before the midterm exam concerning the great crater of Paldea and its interior, Area Zero. This mysterious crater captured the imaginations of many, including the former Paldean emperor. 200 years ago, a group of explorers claimed to have finally reached its depths. The name of the team that achieved this great feat was the Area Zero Expedition. The team is said to have been made up of Paldea's best and brightest. Skilled battlers, brilliant researchers, talented individuals of all kinds. Among the list of team members was the name of a man who was an author and brilliant natural historian, Heath. After returning from the expedition to Area Zero, he used his literary talent to record the events of the expedition and publish them. Let's see if you were paying attention. What was the name of the team that first made it to the deepest reaches of the Great Crater? Expedition, I think. Yep. To pick up on and remember a term, I simply slipped into the flow of the lecture. You really are quite the clever one. The correct name, yep. The record of their activities written by the expedition member Heath can be found in bookstores and the like even today. This record is now known as the Violet Book, or Scarlet Book if you're playing Scarlet. At the time, the entire region of Paldea was absolutely buzzing about Area Zero. The Violet Book was so popular that practically everyone had a copy. However, the book itself was full of fantastical descriptions and illustrations of things that could never be thought of as real. The masses began to call Heath a liar. Even the truth of the expedition making it to the bottom of the crater was called into question. The Violet Book was condemned to the shelves of used bookstores as just another book of wild paranormal stories. There's a copy on one of the bookshelves on the ground floor of the entrance hall. Feel free to have a read if you're interested. It's the Violet Book, the mysterious purple tome. Do you want to read it? Yes. Which section would you like to read? Oh, there's a lot. Let's look at this one. While separated from the research team in the crater's depths, I found a strange entity. Oh, whether it was Pokémon or even living at all, or alive at all, I know not. It bore a shell with layers of overlapping hexagons and gleamed brighter still than gemstone. Viewed as a whole, it resembled a mysterious, brilliant disc. I guess you could say it was an indigo disc? I'll probably have this be a separate video. So let's go back to class. Let me check. See if she's hanging out anywhere. Nope, 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 nope. Okay. History 6. Today's our last class, so I would like to unravel the marvels that history has presented to us one last time. The last class I taught you about the Area Zero expedition of 200 years ago, correct? Alas, 200 years ago is not that long ago. Not that long ago at all. Unfortunate that our history lessons must march so toward the future. Would it not be more of an adventure to march toward the past instead? To start from our present and study history in reverse? It probably would, honestly. So you agree with me, do you, BK? However, I'm afraid I risk incurring the wrath of our dear director if I stray from our curriculum. Oh, I suppose I have no choice but to let the flow of time carry us toward the future. In this last class of ours, I shall fill your minds with the history of the Terrastall phenomenon. The technology behind Terra Orbs has its origins in Area Zero. Even after the Area Zero expedition supposedly reached the crater's deepest depths, others continued to explore that area, and around 140 years ago, Pokémon cloaked in a mysterious light were discovered there. As you may have already guessed, these were, in fact, Terrastallized Pokémon. However, when those who discovered these Pokémon brought them out of Area Zero, The light faded, and the terrestrial phenomenon remained a mystery for quite some time. However, 10 years ago, might as well be present day, a certain someone you may have definitely heard of unraveled this mystery. What was the name of the famous professor who unraveled the terrestrial phenomenon? Professor Claval? No, Professor Turo. Correct. To think that you, a new transfer to our academy, could correctly answer this question. You must be very diligent in your studies. Approximately 10 years ago, a professor named Turo unraveled the mystery of the terrestrial phenomenon. He discovered that the shining crystals down in Area Zero, or rather, the energy they emit, is what causes Pokémon to terrestrialize. This led the professor to invent Terra Orb technology and to develop a practical use for it. This technology was then shared with both the Pokémon League and our academy. Rumor has it that Director Claval was one of the researchers on the professor's team. Alas, this story is much less exciting now that someone we all know appears in it. Modern history truly is dull, isn't it? Final exam is the next one. Final exam. What is the area within the great crater of Paldea called? Area Zero. How many years ago was the Academy founded? 805. Oh, a folding fan. Which of these did not appear? Yeah, a folding fan. Oh. Which Area Zero expedition member wrote the record of the team's activities? Leaf, Thief, and Heath. It was Heath. How many years ago did Professor Turo invent Terra Orbs? 10. And that was it. It is too shallow and ridiculous to be... You must excuse that last question. It is too shallow and ridiculous to be put on a history test. But alas, the director forced me to include it. So ends our final examination. You may ask for your scores at the school's front desk. Let's see... 5 out of 5. And XP candy mediums. And that was the final. I wanted to look for. So she's not over here. I don't know. Okay, found her. BK, the time has come. The cursed treasures, the 4 Pokemon of Ruin. They exist. And I stumbled upon the truth in the newspaper of all places. In an interview piece with a carpenter, no less. The Pokemon wielders apparently used sacred stakes to seal these treasures of ruin in shrines. There's a separate shrine for each of the 4 Pokemon and 8 stakes driven into the ground in the area surrounding each shrine. In the areas surrounding each shrine, keep the power at bay. Yeah. Yep, I've seen them here and there and everywhere. In other words, if all the stakes for a given shrine were to be removed, it would release the Pokemon held inside. Don't you think it would be nice to free those Pokemon from the confines of their tiny little shrines? Yeah, kinda. A kind soul, I see. You're proving truly useful. According to a descendant of the Pokemon wielders in this story, you must have a bond with Pokemon in order to remove the stakes. I'm sure someone as Pokemon savvy as yourself would have no trouble at all with that. You can choose for yourself whether to believe me or not, but I will mark the locations of these shrines on your map. I think I've seen one of those. The purple one. I think. I'd rather go myself, of course, but skipping out on my classes to go adventuring seems to have made the director a little suspicious of me. You'd think it was a part of your treasure hunt. Treasures of ruin are still treasures after all. I hope you will investigate these shrines if you are at all inclined to do so. I'm still wondering what, like, the being trusted and whatnot will do. Oh, well, maybe we'll find out some other time. But this will be the end of the video. If you enjoyed, please click the like and subscribe buttons down below, and I'll see you in the next one.